15, Washington steals victory from the jaws of defeat, a game that they dominated throughout. They give up the lead inside a minute to Chicago, plunging in with a touchdown run. But it's just a prayer, and it's one that's answered. Washington taking down Chicago in as dramatic fashion as you will find. Brian McFadden, what do you do with that? Wow. That is something.
Stunning.
I mean, our entry point to this game could be anywhere, but it is obviously right there.
Yes.
A tipped ball, a Hail Mary, and with the way you draw that play up, exactly what you're looking for if you're an offense. The ball tipped, one deeper than the deepest.
You have a safety man. The safety guy is usually the guy that's going to be behind the traffic jam of guys trying to jump to get the football, and ultimately it's his job to scrape up any pieces, anything that falls. And the ball bounced. The safety guy was there for the Commanders. Well-executed play, but no question you need luck on your side in those situations when you talk about trying to complete a Hail Mary. But let me say something to any defensive coordinator. Throughout their time as a coach, when you get in these moments where you know the offense, they have to attack the end zone with no seconds left on the clock, no timeouts. Stop rushing 3 defenders. Don't do that, because when you do that, you give these elite-like quarterbacks with a very, very strong arm an opportunity to gather and attack the end zone. When you rush 3 guys, they have all the time in the world, especially if your quarterback is a mobile guy like Jayden Daniels. Bring 4, drop 7.
Typically, it's a 4-2 team taking on a 5-2 team, both with quarterbacks that they hope can carry some real expectations into the future. What is this moment? What does that play mean for these 2 seasons? Because now you're looking at Commanders coming away with a win in that division. Philadelphia looks real. You're 6-2. The Bears fall to 4-3. What did that singular play mean for the trajectory of these 2 seasons?
For Chicago, this was a game you were supposed to win. Yeah, it was ugly offensively. Your star quarterback didn't have his best day, but the defense, they did everything in their power to make sure you're within reach of winning this ball game, and you had it. You squandered it away. Now when you look at your division, the NFC North is the most competitive division in the NFL. The margin for error is at the bare minimum, because every team in that division right now, you're chasing the Detroit Lions. And outside of Detroit.
All right, well, let's keep it to the Washington Commanders. So I'm gonna jump ahead to Romo talks about it. So let's listen to what Romo has to say
this game.
I saw great execution, even though it feels random to everybody else. But everyone is trying to get situational awareness. And so you guys described it perfectly. I don't think you allow the quarterback to have that kind of time. For him to have the ability to roll out right, left, go back and forth, and then eventually you allowed everyone to get down to the end zone. And now their momentum gets to go toward the ball just like the defense. So that's the defense's advantage, is to be able to see it and attack while you're running and having to do something. So all the athletes, everyone was at the same level. And then from there, you have a guy in front and behind. The guys in the middle of the pile, you can't go up and catch the ball with everyone around you. That's just plain luck if that were to happen, because everyone goes up and attacks, holds. Your job is just to tip it. Now, as the defender who tipped it, he's supposed to knock it down. Well, these are all little things that you talk about, you practice, you go over it, and especially game-ending situations, because those are the hardest to take, and this is going to be a tough one for Chicago to take.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing much more of a deeper dive into this game through clips like on, Get Up, First Things First, The Herd, all of that. But I wanted to get out of this game because, this was unbelievable. I just watched this live, and I'm trying to get this video out as fast as possible because, it was just wild. And, again, they did not steal that win. The Washington Commanders earned that win. Make no mistake about it. And like Romo said, it all looks random and chaotic. No, it's not. This was planned. This is what I call organized chaos. Jayden Daniels, 21 for 38, 326 yards, 8.6 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 92.7 rating, 8 rushes for 8 carries for 52 yards, right? For a rookie to do that in this type of moment, in this type of atmosphere against the number 1 pick, you can tell both quarterbacks wanted this. They could say all they want, I don't care. Both quarterbacks wanted this. Make no mistake about it. Both quarterbacks want this win, right? Jayden Daniels wants to prove that he's number one, and Caleb wants to prove that he's number one, right? Make no mistake about it. So to have this game unfold the way it did, and again, Jayden Daniels, there is absolutely luck involved, right? No one can argue that. No, even the biggest, most diehard Washington Commanders or Jayden Daniels fan has to admit that there's definitely luck involved. But with that said, it was not only flawlessly executed, but Jayden Daniels also had to buy time. He had to run around in the pocket and scramble a little bit and then make the throw that he did. That's not luck. Okay? That's not luck. The way how he stays so composed is the thing that blows me away more than anything. And Romo said it best. He said the game is slow for Jayden Daniels, right? He moves defenders in zone better than anyone. I mean, Romo's not just kind of saying that casually, right? He said better than anyone, not as a top guy in the NFL or some of like the other guys, like, and then starts naming other guys. He said better than anyone. And I believe it. I really believe it. I mean, so many Chicago Bears fans were saying, "Oh, Jayden Daniels is just a running back," and it was just like, "Oh my God, you clearly have no idea what you're talking about." And then compared him to Anthony Richardson, and I'm just like, "Oh my God, like what is happening to sports discourse?" Like, we could love Caleb Williams. If you're a Chicago Bears fan, you can love Caleb Williams and praise Caleb Williams, and not do so in a way to make it look like that Jayden Daniels is apparently some scrub running quarterback from 1987 or something. Like, this is 2024. Jayden Daniels is a beast, a monster. He is. I mean, he's the new Slim Reaper, right? KD has to retire that nickname, and Jayden Daniels has it. I mean, he just played great. And again, it wasn't a perfect game. Like, that's what actually makes it so great. Because when things are going well, especially when you're an elite athlete like a Jayden Daniels or Caleb Williams or whoever, it's actually really easy. Seriously, when things are going well, any athlete will know this. When things are going well, it's really easy. I played with players in the past who, like, when we're up by like 7, 10, whatever it may be, they're just cruising, right? They just got it all good. But when we're down 7 or 10, they tighten up and they can't get it done. And so Jayden Daniels didn't play perfect. This wasn't a perfect game. And unfortunately, a few unfortunate penalties at bad times really took points off the board for the Commanders. And a couple unfortunate drop passes that now made Jayden Daniels' numbers probably look even a little bit less. But it balances out with the Hail Mary, of course, because that adds, like, what was it, like a 48-yard pass it ended up being, or so like that, or 52, I think is what it was. But regardless, he was clearly the better quarterback on the field today, right? Like, that can't be disputed. That cannot be disputed. Caleb Williams was held to, like, what was it, like 36 yards for the first 3 quarters or something, right? Like, what did Caleb Williams have I ever written down here? Caleb was 10 for 24, 131 yards, 5.5 yards per attempt, and a 59 rating. So even if we take away Caleb Williams or Jayden Daniels' Hail Mary, he still outdueled Caleb, right? That can't even be up for debate. So, and he actually ran the ball more. The guy who they said that Jayden Daniels is just a running back, right? Caleb Williams actually had more carries. Now, Jayden Daniels had more yards because he's a better runner. So, you slice it however you want. And for any Washington or any Chicago Bears fans, like, I am a Caleb Williams fan. Like, I am not hating on Caleb Williams at all, right? That was a tough game for a rookie quarterback. He had no O-line, but he messed up too. He made some really bad throws that would have been big game-changing moments, and he missed it. But he also had some big game-changing moments of himself. So he had some great plays, some bad plays, and some plays that were just not his fault at all, right? Jayden Daniels, on the other hand, when there was time for him to make a great play, he made that great play. When the game itself was a little bit bad and it was up to him to try to survive it, he survived it. When it was time to say, hey, you just got to put us in a position to get lucky, he put him in a position to get lucky. But I mean, some of the throws he made, right, that 3rd and 9 dime to McLaurin for 61 yards for his career long, just beast, absolute beast. I mean, and then the insane scramble throw, even though it was no touchdown, right, even ended up not being a touchdown. I think they only got 1 foot down is what happened. Still unbelievable, right? Still an unbelievable scramble, out of the pocket throw, falling away. I mean, it's just, even the plays that don't go according to plan or don't actually end up working out or being as productive as you would obviously hope, like a touchdown, he's still dazzling you, right? Like, he's still doing things that you're like, that's special. Even though it wasn't a touchdown, even though it didn't work out, that's special, right? that's special because you can see what Caleb is doing. Caleb's overthrown, and it was his turn to make those types of throws. He's throwing the ball over their head. He's throwing the ball out of bounds. He's not giving his wide receivers a chance to catch the ball. Like, that's the difference. Even that one pass interference call, the ball, like Romo kept highlighting, that ball was not going to be catchable. That ball was in the wrong spot over the head. So even that touchdown ended up being kind of lucky. I mean, it was definitely a penalty, so that it was deserving, but, this game was wild. I can't wait to kind of unpack this more deeply. We know Nick Wright's going to come in hot defending Caleb Williams and trying to downplay Jayden Daniels and all of this, but and say, oh, it was just luck with the Hail Mary. And again, there's some truth to the luck of the Hail Mary, but it can't be used to take away really how great Jayden Daniels looked in that game, even though it was far from a perfect game, which again is what makes it actually much more special when you really think about it. Having a flawless game against the Arizona Cardinals, easy, right? Having a flawless game against the Browns, easy. Having a flawless game against the Bengals, easy, right? When you're flawless, that momentum keeps going. You can just ride it because the level of belief you have in yourself is through the roof. Now when you're having a messier game, you're trying to overcome an injury, you know there's a lot of pressure to win this game against Caleb Williams and all of this, and it's not going 100% to plan, you don't feel 100% to step up in the way that Jayden Daniels did, forget about it, man. That is an absolute superstar in the making. Make no question about it. Just please, Jayden Daniels, protect yourself. Stop taking hits. I just want to shake you. I want to, God, somehow find my way to meeting Jayden Daniels so I could be like, bro, you need to stop. You need to protect yourself, man. You need to protect yourself because you are going to be a Hall of Fame mega superstar, but you got to protect yourself. Let me say it one more time. Jayden Daniels, if you're watching this video, if you know Jayden Daniels, send him this video. Please protect yourself, okay? What's at stake is just the entire world, man. That's what's at stake for you. Whew. That was fun. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about this mega win for Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders as a whole? Because their defense also played great against that offense. Make no mistake about it, which I'll talk about again more. This was just a quick, fast, got to get this video out. As you can tell, I'm all fired up. This game was wild. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.